Hi everyone. It's been quite the week. So after the video was up in public for you all last week, we got an answer around 6:30 just about, and our offer did not go through, which is fine. We learned some things after they declined our offer that we are very happy we didn't get the offer accepted. Essentially, we found out that property has a squatter on it hidden in the woods, and they've been warding off people because in their mind that's their property, because they were told by some of the farmers that live in the area, oh, you can stay here and work off of this land and I'll pay you for it. And so, like, yeah, that whole slew of issues, but we dodged a major hassle on that one. But we did put in another offer of a different property, and that one also fell through. So we've officially been declined 2 offers on 2 different properties, which is, it's fine. It is what it is. We would have had a lot to do on that front as well. I've had a little shadow today. She has been following me around everywhere I go. She even had to test the water of my shower to make sure I wasn't going to drown. Oh, my precious girl. I don't know if you can hear her, but she is purring. No, we don't want to attack the camera strap, thank you. Tuck that. There we go. Yeah, she's so happy. But we are going to continue looking at other properties. We're going to just keep moving. We'll see what happens. I know we have a couple other properties that we really want to go look at that are kind of higher on our priority list. So we'll see what happens with those. And yeah, there's just been a lot going on with all this stuff, right, Miss Mooch? Yeah. She's been my little shadow, following me all around, trying to make sure that I'm not going to die. Where are you going? I think she's hearing something, because she's like on edge. Why are you so on edge? Alice? Alice? Hey, why so on edge? I don't know. She's been on edge today. She's been in her protective mode. I know we got a package earlier, and they put the package between the screen door and the other door, and so we heard the screen door open, and she got up and looked at me like, Mom, did you want me to check it out, or are you gonna go do it? Like, I got it. And then she laid back down, and I took the package. It was no big deal. But she was just concerned because she heard a door, and yeah, she's just a mess today. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've got going on. We're just trying. We'll see what else we can do. If you were curious about the other property that we put an offer in on, it was a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and it was really interesting the way that they had it set up. The kitchen was very, very small, but I felt like it was workable because it had a dining room right off of it, and as long as I had like my coffee bar set up in the dining room, that'd give me the most counter space in the kitchen, so we would have been able to work with that. But the entire house just needed lots of updating. The wallpaper had to have been taken down. Josiah and I wanted to take all of the wood paneling off. It was a very 70s vibe. Even the carpeting was like shag carpeting, and it was colorful stripes in some of the rooms and just geometrical funky color patterns, and yeah, just very, very 70s. So we would have had our work cut out for us, but it would have been a space that we'd also be able to live in as we were updating it. But the other reason we're kind of glad that that one fell through is because we were looking at the other houses in the neighborhood, and it was a nice neighborhood. Like, it wasn't anything like bad, but if you look at the other houses in the neighborhood, that one was the nicest as far as like pricing goes, because it was listed at $145,000, but all the other houses that were listed in that same neighborhood were $110,000 and less, and that kind of put us off of it, because we're like, okay, if we do this, it's going to wind up being the nicest house in the neighborhood, and then the resale value is going to go down. But also we would have had to put in a garage because there was absolutely no room for our 3 cars in the parking situation. And now we've got the other baby. What are you doing, Kylos? He's very distracted too. Hey, Chunky baby. Are you being good? No, we don't need to attack the camera strap. You're fine. He is a mess. I had to tuck the camera strap back up because he's looking for it. Parenting today has been different. Both the kitties have been a little bit more needy, but that's okay. I enjoy the love. I think it's because we've been looking at houses and not home as often as they like, because at this rate, since COVID and everything, they've been used to me staying home almost 24/7. And I went out with one of my friends for a story that you haven't heard yet, but we're getting closer to being able to tell you that story. But I went out with her to do some other things. We were out for an hour and a half, and then I came home and both the kitties were like clinging to me because I had left and they didn't like it. And then Josiah and I have been out these past couple of days looking at houses, and we have to go somewhere tonight. We're not house hunting, but we do have a gathering to go to tonight, and we have an open house to go to on Saturday. We don't think it's going to be something that we'll be able to purchase. You need to be nice to your sister. Sorry. Parenting again, but the battery's about to die. I'll be right back. So as I was saying about the open house, we don't think it's something that we're going to be able to move forward with and try to buy. However, we're going to take the opportunity to go look anyway, because this one is priced like too high for what we can afford at the moment. But that doesn't mean that we can't go look, because our goal is because this is it looks like a newly renovated house. It's a Cape Cod style. It's right in town. It's listed at 170 something. So yeah, it's up there. But it's newly renovated, so we want to see what other people have done as far as renovations go, and maybe get a couple of ideas for renovating the house that we get in the future. Because ideally, our goal for this house, we want to be able to live in it and fix it up and then sell it for higher so that we can move into something that's more what we want, but we just don't have the budget for that. But doing it this way, we should be able to get a nicer house within the next 10 years or so. I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see what happens. But it does seem like the houses that we went to see a couple days ago in our area have gotten nicer in quality for the price that it's listed at. So what I mean by that is we've been looking in the same price range this entire time. And there are houses that are listed at our price range that are really, really poor quality, not even livable. We'd have to fix it before we move into it type of thing. So this house that we went to look at was in our price range, and it was better quality than those houses that we had seen in the past. So we're hoping if we hold out for a little bit longer and we keep trying and doing what we're doing, we're going to be able to get something that we can live in as we renovate it. So we'll see. We'd really like to see. So we're hoping, we're praying, we're doing what we need to do to get to where we want to be. It's pretty much what it boils down to. But yeah. My sweet babies are sleeping now. They tired themselves out. And my chilla dude is also sleeping. Alright. So, looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of quiet time. But the other cool thing that I learned today, I was playing on the Sam's Club app because I have it. We go to our Sam's Club every so often for groceries and such. But I was looking at one of their like packets that they send out in the mail to show you the discounts that they have. And I got curious about what furniture options they have. So I started looking into the furniture, and I think that that's going to be a great way to get furniture for our house, because it looks like there's going to be really, really good savings and good quality for what we want. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see how that goes, but I obviously know we're not in the market for furniture as of yet. Trying to get the house situated first. But you know, in time, it's just a good option to keep in my mind. So you know, that's fun stuff. But yeah, I don't think I have too much else to tell you all, but it's been an interesting little while. Never a dull moment. But we are keeping at it. We're still going to see all the houses. We're putting in the effort. And Josiah has been doing a lot of research on renovation. And it sounds like one major project that he really wants to do, because a lot of the houses in our area are 1900 and sometimes even older. So a lot of them don't have efficient heating and cooling systems, and it sounds like one of the first things Josiah wants to do is get another loan to install one of those systems as like one of the first things that we do, because, and I didn't like that right away because obviously we'd already have a house purchase and we'd have to pay that off, but then we'd have another loan on top of it. But I do understand his reasoning. To do something like that, in the modern houses, they kind of have that accounted for, and they don't have to do as much, I don't want to say damage to the house, but like to install it in an older house, they might have to knock a couple more walls down, they might have to do all of that stuff, and it looks a little bit different because they have to finagle their way through it. So with that being said, it would be easier to get it done before we start anything, because they might have to knock some walls down and do some crazy things. So in a way, I'd rather have them do all of that before I go into the house and really do anything with it, because that's going to make my life easier. But yeah, I think that he's going to do a bit more research, and he won't be appearing in this vlog, but maybe next week's vlog he can go into a little bit more depth with that, because he can explain it better than I can, because I haven't seen the research that he has been doing, and he's actually been talking to the bank quite frequently, throwing out numbers and getting all of this information. So if you want more information on that, let me know in the comments down below, and I will have him explain it to you better than I can. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been really crazy. But the good news is it looks like we're getting closer to finding the house, which we're both really happy with. In the meantime, we're not really in a rush. It's kind of why Saya and I are happy doing the renovations and everything, because we do have time. We're not in a rush, and that's why we're really taking our time with this, really putting in the effort to do all the research and all of that good stuff. But what's really cool, and Saya and I make a really, really good team in this way. He does all the technical things, and I do, like, I have the vision. So where he's gonna worry about, okay, what is that going to look like as an install? Is this something that I can do, or am I gonna have to hire somebody for this? And I look at things as, okay, this is what I want done. Can you tell me how we can get there? Because he enjoys that research, and I enjoy different types of research, and that's just not my cup of tea. But like, when we're going through and doing this, okay, I see this, I would like to do this. If you can tell me how we can get this, that'd be great. So essentially, we want to make it as high-end as we can, so we can sell it for a much higher price than what we bought it at, and then we can get a house that we really like, exactly in the neighborhood that we want to be in, and we can actually afford those houses, because they're about double, sometimes even triple what our budget is at this moment. So yeah, we'll see. But I think that's all I have for you today. And if you have any questions about anything, please just leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you next week. But please continue sending those well wishes, good vibes, and prayers. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much. See you guys next week. Thank you.